What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this other side of midnight, this Wednesday morning. I'm doing real good myself. I wanted to get this news out to you guys when I came across this story because, you know, I wondered what could make people run beside a plane and climb up on the outer boards of the plane, even the wing, if you mind. You understand what I'm saying? To want to get away from a place. You understand what I mean? Like, it was like people clinging to the U.S. Air Force plane as they, leaving the Kabul and everything. Well, turns out my question was answered. You understand? And you can let your imaginations run wild. Because as it says here in this particular story right here, woman who was captured and tortured by Taliban fighters reveals they fed enemies to dogs. Okay, that's just how brutal that the Taliban is over in Afghanistan right now. You understand? They are not bullshitting whatsoever in that place. So the fact, that a person will want to ride the wing of an airplane about 3,000 or 4,000 feet up in the air, and the damn wing, the plane tilts or whatever, they can fall off. They'd rather take that chance than to be, fed to dogs. You understand? Now, to get into this particular story right here, was a Qatar 33 was shot 8 times in her torso and then brutally had her eyes gouged out by 3 Taliban fighters. She has spoken out about her fears for women as the Taliban take hold of Afghanistan. Okay, yeah, they're very, very, very brutal, towards women over there. There'll be no twerking and, you know what I'm saying, doing all that kind of shit that you see the American woman and, other European ran countries do. There'll be none of that over there. You know what I'm saying? These women right here, when they go out, they be dressed like ninjas. You understand? Them people, nah. And I guess, from what I understand, they are fighting to keep it that way. They don't want the influence of America in their country. You understand? But at the same time, I don't think that you have to be so brutal, and ruthless, to make sure that you keep it like that. You know what I mean? You keep the American influence out of, your country. Now, more than likely, it goes even deeper than just trying to liberate women over there. America wants to put their mark on that country as well. And I think those Taliban fighters are actually fighting for that, too. If you understand what I'm saying, because there's a global thing that's happening right now when it comes down to being forced to do something that you don't want to do, if you know what I mean, you see. Now, to continue here, the 33-year-old was shot by insurgent fighters in Afghanistan, Ghazni province, and had her eyes gouged out after the horrific assault late last year. Qatar told News 18 that it was her father, a former Taliban fighter, who had conspired the attack on her. Did y'all hear that? Her own father. Okay? Now, to continue. On her way home from work, the lone woman found herself surrounded by 3 Taliban fighters who, after checking her ID, shot her 8 times in the upper body. She also sustained deep knife injuries all over, as well as having her eyes pierced by the vicious men. All right. Woo, it's amazing. It's the grace of the Most High that this woman lived to even tell about what happened to her. Okay. Now, this is some of the Taliban fighters right here with AK-47s or what have you. I'm sure AK-74s. And, yeah. I can see why a lot of people trying to ride that damn airplane wing. If ain't no room on the inside, okay? But I digress. They, Taliban, first tortured us, women, and then discard our bodies to show as specimens of punishment, Qatar said. Sometimes our bodies are fed to dogs. I was lucky that I survived it. One has to live in Afghanistan under the Taliban to even imagine what hell has been fallen on the women, children, and minorities there. In the eyes of the Taliban, women are not living, breathing human beings, but merely some meat and flesh to be battered, she added. Gee whiz. Yeah. Katera is now living in Delphi with her toddler and husband, worried about what the future holds for her family. Here goes some more of them little musty motherfuckers, man. And you see, I know good and well, it's got to be at least 100 degrees out there. And y'all see how they dress? And I know a stick of deodorant ain't got a chance in this place. You know what I'm saying? Let me quit. To continue, the Taliban went to ban women's education after they passed the age of 12. Okay, now it says here, Katera continued. The Taliban don't allow women to visit male doctors. And at the same time, don't let women study and work. So then, what is left for a woman? Left to die. Okay? So she said, what is left for a woman? Left to die? You know, as a question. You know what I'm saying? But goes on. Now the concern has gone beyond letting women work. At this point, I am scared if they would leave these women alive. They don't just kill women. They make animals feed on their bodies. Damn. That, hey, you know, that's some serious intimidation right there. No, you know, you know what I'm saying? That's some serious intimidation. You know, now, they can't break a woman's spirit or a person's spirit, and then so they'll beat her so bad and then bring the other women there and then throw her in there with some damn ravening ass dogs who ain't ate in a while and just can't wait and see that woman as food. That's fucked up, man. That is really, really bad. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you got women in other countries think they got it bad. Nah. But see, like Kourtney Kardashian over here, if you slide over to the right. See, ain't gonna be no shit like this over in Afghanistan. That's my point. But I still think they're a little too brutal about enforcing that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they know if they let the U.S. get rule over there, this is what's going to happen. Okay? Now, to continue, the Taliban recently announced that they have relaxed their stance on women's rights, but remain firm on denying girls education after they pass the age of 12. They have also signaled they want to ban women from employment and repurpose the law that women are required to be accompanied by a man. Okay. Horror moment of Afghanistan clinging to. Oh yeah, we just watched that. Well, okay, well we ain't see this part though. Well, falling to death, Yeah, see somebody fell off that damn plane. See there? Says here. Horror moment. Afghanistan clings to U.S. plane leaving Kabul before falling to their death. No, we don't want to watch that. It's just too gruesome. We ain't gonna watch that. We ain't gonna watch nobody get, you know, smeared over the tarmac like that. You know what I'm saying? But to continue, women were filling up universities. It was a beautiful sight to see girls going to school. All went down the drain in just a week, she said. Katara, who is mother to 5 children back at her Ghazni home, said that she was tortured at a time when police had the power to act. And now the Talibs will run amok. Now, you know, sometimes I think these stories be a little bit more far-fetched or whatever you want to say. Because now these Taliban, look, let me see here. Look what these motherfuckers carry. What did they shoot that woman with? I doubt she got shot 8 times with this. And then had her eye. I mean, real, I doubt. I just don't believe this woman. It's possible. Anything's possible. Don't get me wrong. But I don't believe this woman got shot 8 times with an AK-47. And this seems to be all you see them carry is AK-47s. You know? But she said she got hit 18 times. I mean, not 18, but 8 times. Okay? That's kind of hard for me to believe. All right? Now, in conclusion here. Now my father will go after my children, she added. Both my husband and I are not there with our children. They are at home with relatives. But my father will soon land there and may harm my children, either physically or may induct them into the Taliban, encouraging them to take up arms and ruin their lives. Okay, so she concerned about basically her father going after the children, you know. Yeah. So she got her eyes gouged out, you know what I mean? Shot 8 times. I don't know with what. I really do doubt it was an AK-47, you know what I'm saying? And then she was stabbed too. So you know what I mean? But she here to tell the story. But yeah, message to the women here in this country, you know what I mean? You ain't seen oppression or none of that shit until you live the life of one of these women over here. You have not seen no oppression. Y'all can stop with all that bullshit. Talking about y'all females over here oppressed. You're not oppressed at all. You are not oppressed at all. Unless you was living over here, you know what I mean? With women getting beaten and I'm sure raped. You understand what I'm saying? And then if they feel like it, feed them to the damn dogs. Okay? Y'all tell me what y'all think about this story right here. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts, views, and opinions on it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.